Hey guys, Chris from Harmony Turbines here. Welcome back to our third installment of our PDA series, where we have performance data analysis going on pretty much all the time here now at Harmony. We have migrated into a web of craziness, and really what this is our attempt at making our own charge controller, because you can buy units out there that are buck and boost, which is really what you need to be efficient, especially for a small wind system. But the problem is the prices of those units are very, very high. And so we were like, they're not that complicated. Let's see if we can make something that's going to work reasonably well for us to get us started. And so that's what we've thrown together here. We got some lead acid batteries to use as our battery bank. And we are now, instead of going into this load cell and doing things that is just wasting the power, our goal is to start capturing the power. So, we've got the ability here. I know this looks confusing, but we've got, solid state relays to turn on the buck and the boost controller and manage that interplay between those two carefully, because you want to be boosting when you're making voltage below your target, and then you want to be bucking when you're making voltage above your target. So that's what this is all doing here. And I'm not going to go into explaining it all, because this could very well change tomorrow. We're just playing with different components, trying to find ones that are more efficient than other components. I've got, we had 2 or 3 different boosting controllers here. This one was kind of a power hog, so we went to a smaller one. I don't want to sit here and go into what all the components are and how it's functioning, because you don't need to know that. You really don't care about that. All you probably care about is that we're capturing the data and starting to put it into a battery bank. So our wind last night was not that great. But we were capturing power. In fact, anytime you see the little red light come on here, we're actually putting power into the batteries. The wind right now is only between like 5 and 6 miles per hour. So you can show that down here, Cheryl.
Your cup is in the way.
My cup is in the way. So you can see the wind there on the left bouncing between like 3, 4, 5, and 6 miles per hour. What we really want to do is get all of the data collection to be on one Arduino unit, and then we'll have everything in the database together. The database right now is collecting like wind and torque and RPMs, but we're not able to capture any of the power. So this video is just a quick video to kind of show you what's going on here and what we're doing, but we'll get into another PDA series where we can describe a little bit better how we're doing and what the performance is, because right now all we have is moments in time, and that's not really helpful. So this system gives us the baseline of what we need, and if we ever got to the point where higher winds were putting more power into the battery than we wanted, then it would actually automatically kick on and sit there and bleed off the power by doing what I just did there. It would do that automatically and bleed some of the power down. So it's all of the fundamentals that you'd have of a bigger system, but we're working to miniaturize that and get it down to a package that we could sell to end customers, and they would just specify whether they have a 12, a 24, a 48, a 96 volt system. We would either have a system that can accommodate all of those, or we would give you one that I'm not sure yet, but you would specify what it is you want, and we would either send you a system that can do that, or you would just make a simple setting adjustment with a dip switch or something like that to set it to the voltage that you need for your system. We've got a lot of good ideas actually bouncing around right now of how to do this, how to keep everything out in the field in a mode where it's completely self-contained, so that when you send the power out to the customer, that's just sending them what they want, and everything that's at the turbine is taking care of all of this, the bucking, the boosting, and everything. So I'm not really wanting to get into all of that yet, because we're discussing how we want to do it, and it's not set in stone yet. So I don't want to talk about how we could do this or we could do that. Simply know that we're in the process of vetting that and testing those things. That's what R&D is about. That's what all of this development is basically going into, and why it takes a while. People are like, oh man, this is taking a long time. Well, yeah, it's a difficult problem. If it had been easy to solve, then it would have been done already. The units that you can go out and buy from Amazon or from other wind turbine solutions are, well, you already know the answer there. They're pretty crappy. I'm not going to mince words. The units that are out there on Amazon are most of the time just worthless, or you're getting nothing more than a wind turbine, and you've got to build all this back end or cobble it together from pieces and components. Nobody's giving anyone a cohesive solution that's all together that then they just plug into their battery bank and they're done. We're trying to do that. We're trying to be smarter. We're trying to be better so that in the end, we can give you a comprehensive product that you can just plug and play with your system at home. If you've got solar on your home or whatever, you'd just be able to plug right into that battery bank. That would be the hope there. So anyway, I don't want to go on any more about this because it's in flux right now, and to sit here and talk about what this is doing could very well be different tomorrow. So just giving you an idea of where we're at, what the research is doing, and as we morph and change and progress with our R&D, we'll keep sharing that progress with you. So that's pretty much it right now, guys. Chris from Harmony Turbines saying thank you for following. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for being here on this journey with us. We're sharing everything with you, the good, the bad, the ugly, as we go through it, as we, get into this crazy process of trying to bring you a product that you're going to be happy with in the end. And, at this point, it's all about just sharing that journey and finding the components that are going to be cost effective and do a good job for you in the end. So that's what we're all about right now, guys. Thank you. Happy New Year. Chris from Harmony Turbines signing off. There we are, guys. That pulsing is us feeding power into our battery bank. We're slowly getting things dialed in here with the ability to have a system that can scavenge these low winds and still be able to handle the higher wind situations, and then of course the extreme wind situations. But right now nobody's answering the call for low wind power generation. I know this looks like a mess right now, but it's prototype. It's supposed to look like this. It's encouraging that we're finally starting to get down to the numbers we need to, even though we have a crappy, it's not even a generator that we have. We've just got a e-bike motor hub on there, but we're making usable power. Our discharge light has come on a number of times already because we're getting to the point where the battery needs to actually discharge. So, and today's just a breezy day. It's not even a really windy day or anything. We're hovering mostly around 5 to 10 miles per hour for the most part. So this is very, very encouraging when we're sitting there making power down in this range. So moving in the right direction, guys. I'm recording right now, but this is a breezy day. This isn't even a windy day. We're getting 6, 8, 10 mile an hour gusts, breezes, gusts, whatever, and we are actually getting the most input into our batteries that we've ever had here in the 5 or 6 days that we've had them hooked up today. And today's not even a real windy day. It's just a breezy day. So we're moving in the right direction. This is definitely exciting. I love that it's able to start up in just these light breezes, because that's where we've needed to be all this time, to scavenge that. Yeah, we're getting some 10 and 12 mile an hour gusts, and once we get the correct generator on here, it'll be far better performance than what we have right now. Yeah. Harmony Turbines. We now have the power to change the world.